First we are going to make wherever we have to darken the area, we will start first with those places. We will not be adding water in this first, right? So I'm gonna first highlight the trees which I want them to be in front. If you want to go a little bit different, you are free to do that. It's not that you have to exactly bring those trees in front which I am bringing in front. You can go a little bit different also. So what I want you all to follow is basically the technique. Okay? And since it's a charcoal work, guys, please do keep a rough paper. And it's a soft charcoal on which we will be, which we are doing on watercolor paper. All those who are working on watercolor paper. It's gonna be a lot of dust. So keep blowing that dust. Do not let your dust be present over there. And for your tree, don't go very smooth, don't go very rough. Keep giving little textures, little shape and form to it. I am not going to touch anything in the background area right now. I will just be focusing on the tree trunks right now.
Ma'am, which pencil are you using?
Soft.
Ma'am, you have to color the whole trunk.
Yes, you have to shade the whole thing, and some may be light, some may be dark, depending on which one you want in front, which one you want behind.
Okay.
Don't just go up and down.
Ma'am, how does this look?
Also add a bit of,
Can you repeat what you were saying? Because I think.
because it's a tree, so you may feel that I have a little extra gap here. Why don't I fill that place with one thin or a thin kind of a trunk, or maybe with just some leaves, additional type. So you're free to do that and make this into your own work. Because as you can see, I'm just randomly adding some trunks here and there.
Ma'am, what's the time?
Make sure you don't come with your trees till this place, okay? Because this will become the part of your land. So try to end your tree in this much place. Now I'm gonna add random grass kind of a look over here. I'm going to just make slight verticals, small strokes to make this look like a piece of land. Okay, now I'm going to move up. Very tiny, sorry, not tiny, very light color, lightly shading to give a leafy effect. I'm just adding some random branches.
Ma'am, do we have to do the entire shading with soft or we
Only
can
soft,
with-
only soft, only soft. Because the work of medium and hard will be done by water.
Okay.
Are we done till here, everybody?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, 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 okay. So now you take your brush number 10 or 12 and just start blending first the dark ones. Okay, the reason we are blending the dark ones first because in dark one we'll have to again rework. So we would want that one to dry faster.
Ma'am, how much water should we take in the brush?
Not too much, just enough. It should not be dripping. And as always, you will work with the tip of your brush. For the trees that are more or less kind of behind, for that use brush number 4.
So what do we do with brush number 12 again?
I just blended the dark trees, the ones which are in front.
Okay. How does it make a difference whatever brush we use with what tree?
It does because the amount of water in brush will be depending on how much bristles you have and how much it can hold water and for how long. So thicker brush can hold more water and for a longer time. Okay. Okay. In the bushy area, you can work with brush number 10 or 12, like in the grass over here. Hold on, guys. Now we will move to the part between the trees. Okay, but generally we make use of smudges or papers to shade and smudge our shading. So I'm gonna just make a background over here. Right now, between the trees, this empty part I will come later. And this will be done vertical. Because in these kind of drawings or paintings, your sky is not that clearly visible because of the darkness in the forest areas. So everything appears kind of vertical over here. Even though we know that sky cannot be vertical.
Ma'am, you have shaded it lightly at the tops, right?
Yes, very lightly.
We should smudge that also?
Yes, absolutely. And even with little water, you will just take from the last tree trunks a dust of charcoal and you will just shade it in between. Now we have to let this part of the page dry, so we will move to the bottom part. Now here we are going to make use of little bit of dust. Very little dust, okay? And dust will be spread horizontally. Now we'll move back to the top part with soft charcoal pencil. We'll let this dry, move up and start adding wherever you want a real dark effect to be seen. And keep thin brush, probably brush number 2 or 0 with you, 2 or 4 with you, with water in it, and go on blending it so that it's not a very rough kind of a look. Now if you notice in this, I just shaded in one part of the tree and the other part I will just blend with this. I may not make the entire tree dark. I may just make very little areas dark of trees.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Do I color the background
Yes, we did, na?
in the fruits?
Okay, you will not only add wherever you want dark look, you will keep blending it and at the same time you will add those leafy kind of those leaves and those kind of texture. Do not use your charcoal pencil when paper is wet. It will tear your paper. Okay? So I'm just randomly adding leaves wherever I want my that trees should have some leaves and all. And I'm also blending it then and there because I don't want the dust to get blown away.
Nancy, for the leaves, you're adding it with the brush, right?
Yes, I'm just spreading it with brush, with water and brush. So after I'm shading with scumbling or scribbling method, I'm then just blending it and going like just the way normally how we color in water paint.
Okay.
Remember, in these kind of trees you will not have too many leaves below. You'll have everything towards your upside. And these trees are not very fat also. These trees are very long, very tall, and has a good amount of circumference, but not like your mango trees or peepal tree. And in horror movies that we see, the haunted trees. Because they don't have much roots like your banyan trees and all. I mean, they don't have hanging roots. Are you guys at least somewhere near where I am? Don't give me a no for that, please.
Ma'am, I'm lagging very behind. Like too much.
Where was I? Here. Okay, so I'm just adding few more leaves, and which this I will blend but not totally. I will leave little bit of that scribbling thing to be visible, especially if I am shading it right beside the tree. Now I will randomly add some trunks to show as if behind we have a lot of trees and all. Okay, because it's really empty at this point of time. and it can go random. Okay, then I'll take the same brush, that 2 or 4, and with little water, not too much, just go over that place. If you notice, I'm holding the brush really behind. Right. Now I'm going to make this part really dark. Now at this point of time, which we did not do in our first step, we will now go like really small scribbles, which we did not do in the first one. First one we just went random, because now we have to show that density over here. Same thing over here also.
Ma'am, can you take a picture after sometime and send it?
I will do that.
Because it's not seen that clearly from me.
Okay. So how much ever you can see right now, try to work on that. Okay.
Yes.
Later on, definitely I will be sharing it. Okay, now is the time to work on water area. So for the reflection of the trees, just straight whichever tree. So like this one, I'm making the reflection for this. Okay, so I'll just come straight down. This one will go curve because even this tree is going curve like this. Now just very little horizontal shades with very small strokes as you move up. Downside, it will be little big strokes, like proper strokes. As you move ahead, like as you move towards up, your strokes will change into small hatching, like very chotu chotu. This is where you will take your brush number 10 and move upwards. And here you will take as much dark effect you can take from these dark places, and in between just add those. Take your thin brush, that 2 or 4. Before that, sorry, add a little bit of dust. Add a bit of dust again in your water area. And just dab it, okay? Don't drag, just dab little bit. Make sure you don't have too much of water in your brush. It should be just enough for it to spread. Right, now the last part, that is just to give a look over here. Of your land. Which will give a proper division to your land and water. That's it. There is your drawing. Done. Completed.
Ma'am, now does it look better?
Yes, correct.